Blessings, everyone. Hi, and welcome to Body Rhythms. Today, we begin a new series, Body Rhythms. I just don't feel and believe that people take good enough care of their bodies. I believe a lot of it is because people don't know enough about their bodies. And I want you to feel like I do. When I learn something about my body, I am in awe and amazed, and I just want to take better care of my body. I want to be a partner in its functions rather than a passenger, because when I learn how much my body does without me, I realized that, wow, I'm really just passenger here. I'm not really facilitating anything really. But through Body Rhythms, I hope that, this exploration of our bodies will help you gain an appreciation and a love for your body that I have for mine. Like I said, I absolutely love this gift. I call it a gift because up till now, science has been unable to recreate organic body parts. Yes, they can make, parts here and there that function with our bodies, but nothing that's organic, nothing that, they can't replace a hand with an organic hand. They can replace parts here and there, but nothing like what they're trying to do. And so, that awe has me exploring and wanting to know what is it about this amazing gift? What is it? So today we're going to start with our life cycle, with our body cycles. In the East, they refer to it as the meridian body clock. And over here in the West, they refer to it as the circadian rhythm. Either way, both of them are an exploration of the body and what happens during certain times of day internally that we can't see, and how we can maybe facilitate it a little better by understanding. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is we're going to start with the time frame of 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. And we're going to go every 2 hours and do a 24-hour cycle, because that's basically the cycle that our organs follow pretty much. Our bodies have other cycles that are longer. For women, they have the menstrual cycle that, as you know, is a 30-day cycle. And it follows more the moon. And I would say that our daily cycles probably follow more the sun. But either way, we are, like I said, we are a passenger. We are not facilitating anything. We can't change when our heart cycles through. We can't change when our liver cycle through. That's already designed in us, that we come equipped with that, and it's almost like it's on autopilot, if I may use that terminology, because like I said, we're not doing anything to facilitate it. If anything, our lifestyles interrupt and disrupt the cycles, and there's where we have all these diseases that we have, or dis-ease as I like to call them: high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart issues, anything like that, diabetes, any of those autoimmune diseases. All of those things are man-created, man-made. Our bodies are designed and function to take care of itself, to regenerate itself. And the only time that they have problems are when we don't treat them well, or when we don't refuel them properly. So again, Body Rhythms is going to be an exploration of our bodies, and hopefully help us to facilitate the cycles a little better. So we're going to start at 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. That is generally when everyone is getting up and about to go to work, and most people reach for caffeine and coffee. You don't want to do that really, when you understand that at that time of day, that's when your large intestines are basically cycling through. And the best thing that you can do for your body at that time of day is give it water. Some room temperature water is the best thing that you can do between the hours of 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. And the reason why is because it helps your large intestines and helps prevent constipation. What happens when you drink that caffeine is that it dries you out. It's a diuretic. It causes constipation, and everyone knows that when you're constipated, you don't feel well, you're not as open, you're a little bit bitter, you might even be a little frustrated, and you might want to hold a grudge here or there, but you want to let go of everything at that time of day. From 5 to 7, try to give yourself a space of time to be in the bathroom and release, let it go. If you're holding on to any grudges, that's a great time of day to let it go. Let it go physically and let it go emotionally and spiritually as well. So now we're up to 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. During that time of day, our stomach is cycling through. And that is like the greatest time to eat. The best time really to refuel our bodies are between 7 and 9. And like I said, unfortunately, our lifestyles don't do anything to help facilitate the organs' functions. And so a lot of people just forego breakfast. They will not eat breakfast. You'll hear a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't do breakfast." But if you must miss a meal, that is not the one to miss. That is the most important meal of the day. There are some people who follow a solar nutrition, and what that basically is that in the morning when the sun is rising, it touches like the fruits and things on top of the trees, nuts and things. And so the people that follow a solar nutrition will more likely eat nuts and fruits first thing in the morning, and from that they get their energy, and that's an energy that goes along with the sun. Our bodies follow a sun schedule, meaning that when the sun is rising, our nerves in our eyes start to calculate time according to how many hours of daylight, and different things in our body are triggered with the rising of the sun. So that people get sleepy at a certain time of day. That's because the sun has gone down, and nerves and chemicals are triggered in our brain through our eyes that send signals to the melatonin process, and then we start to get sleepy, and then we shut down overnight because it's nighttime, and then in the daytime we wake up again. So we follow that solar schedule. So people again that follow a solar nutrition schedule in the morning will most likely eat fruit and nuts because that's what the sun touches in that time of day. At lunchtime, they'll most likely eat things that are produced on the ground, chicken, eggs, things like that, salad, anything that is grown at ground level, on the ground basically. They will eat at lunchtime because that's when the sun is the strongest. And then at nighttime, when the sun is down, they eat from underground, so that they would eat more root foods, and potatoes, things like that are grown underground. So that that's a solar nutrition schedule. But again, my point was that you don't want to miss breakfast. At 7 to 9 a.m., your stomach is cycling through. That's the best time. Get some protein in there and help your body along throughout the day. That's when you set up your energy for the day. 9 to 11, your pancreas, your spleen, that's when they cycle through. A late breakfast is still good because we're still in the digestive cycle. And they say emotionally that's a good time to work and to think. If you're in the negative or deficient area at that time of day, you may feel some sentiments of low self-esteem, or some jealous tendencies maybe during that time of day. So look out for that. The next time of day is 11 to 1. If I had to pick any time of day, I would say 11 to 1 is the most crucial time of the day. And here's why. that is when your heart is regenerating. And from what I understand, most heart attacks occur during 11 and 1 in the morning. So it's because the heart is down. It is regenerating. It is doing whatever it does to regenerate. I don't want to go into all the little details now because we're going to explore them later in the series. But know that if you're going to break up with someone, or if you have some disturbing news or some life shattering news, save it. Don't pass it on during those time of day. If you have something to share with someone, and you know it's going to be life shattering or life shaking, whatever it is, wait. You may want to wait. 11 to 1 is when the heart is at its lowest. Give the person a chance. Love them enough, or if it's something that you know you have to tackle and it's life changing, and it may increase your body heat or your mind, the way that you feel about something, you may not want to do it from that time of day. Please, people, if no other time of day, like I said, just use that time of day, 11 to 1, to meet, to socialize with people. Have a nice early lunch, have light conversation, keep it easy and light. Have meetings, nice amiable meetings, things like that, from 11 to 1. That's your heart time. Then from 1 to 3 is when your small intestine starts to cycle through. So some people might feel a little bloated or experience some indigestion or abdominal pain. Just know that it's because your small intestines are at work, and you may need to tweak your diet a little bit. You might be feeling emotionally, you might be feeling feelings of insecurity or self-doubt. That's a good time of day to sort and organize things. 1 to 3. So then from there we have 3 to 5. That's when your bladder is cycling through. You might get cravings at that time of day for salty things. Anything salty is just going to help your bladder. And as you know, your bladder relieves toxins, through your urine. So anything that you can do to assist that function, the better, because it helps remove toxins from your body. A broth is good at that time of day, if you want to assist. If you're feeling, like you're a little sleepy and you want to rest, just know that that's the reason why. And what you can do to help your body again is make a nice broth, lentils or something light, a little salty but not too much, because you don't want to increase your sodium. From 5 to 7, that's when your kidneys are cycling through. And again, you're coming from the 3 to 5 time when your bladder began to cycle through, and your body is almost going into a shutdown. Now, I don't want to say a shutdown, but you're going to start to feel a little tired. Your kidneys cycle through, and they detox your body, and they also give energy. So when your kidneys are cycling through, the energy is not going to be there. You're going to feel tired. 5 to 7 p.m., that's after work. Most people think that they're tired from their work day, and that may be true, but it's also you're tired because your organs in your body are, I won't say shutting down, but are cycling down. Emotionally, you may be fear-stricken or terror-stricken at that time. So be on the lookout for those emotions. Just know that it'll pass. It's because your body is going through that time. That's a good time to drive and consolidate things. So in a way, it's good to be driving home from work during that time of day. Now we have 7 to 9 p.m. From 7 to 9 p.m., your circulation system is at play, and also your reproductive organs. So some people might experience lower back pain as a residual of the kidneys cycling down and detoxing and things like that, depending on how hard they had to work. So if your kidneys had a hard way to go, you're going to feel some lower back pain, but know that that's what it's from. But they also recommend that time of day for sex, for socializing, for flirting, for anything that's going to make you happy and joyous. You can save for that time of day. I guess that's why they do happy hour at that time of day from 7 to 9. But now the flip side of that, if you're, like I said, if your circulation or if your reproductive organs are not up to par and not able to cycle through the way that they should be, or if they're struggling, you may be emotionally feeling unresponsive, or, like kind of numb, like just, not able to really say what it is that you feel. You feel something, but you can't express it. So that's the flip side, the negative side. But you want to, like I said, take advantage of that time of day, 7 to 9, to get your little groove on if you can. Then from 9 to 11, we have our triple warmer. That's when your blood vessels and your arteries, that's when they regenerate and repair themselves. Again, depending on how strenuous they have to work, your body is going to experience some symptoms. You may experience headaches during that time of day. That's a common sign that your arteries are heavy at work. If you experience headaches and extreme tiredness, that just know that your body is having to work extra hard to regenerate. So as I said, we're going to be talking about our organs more in the series, and I will give you tips on how you can help facilitate the cycling through, so that you don't have to feel that drain, that tiredness. You'll be able to work with the opposite organ, and so that when one organ is down, you'll make sure that the other organ is at optimal, so that it's always a balancing act, and that's what this is all about. A higher frequency, melding the mind, body, and spirit, and getting them all on an even playing field. Okay, so 11 to 1, we have the Gall Bladder, and that's a regeneration period again. Depending on how much your liver is going to have to do, and depending on whether or not it's been able to do the job well, the gallbladder will either keep those toxins there, and what happens is the toxins get back up to your brain and cause you to feel tight and confused and out of whack. So know that depending on how many toxins are in your body, and whether or not your liver and your gallbladder are able to work at optimal, you may be experiencing those feelings, like a crazy feeling, emotionally, it could be a bitterness feeling, or a resentment. You might be feeling feelings of resentment. From 11 to 1, those are the hours that people are generally falling to sleep. So you want to get as restful sleep as you can. You want to try to put your mind and your body in as much ease as you can, so that your gallbladder and your liver can do the job that it's supposed to do. From 1 a.m. to 3 a.m., that's when your liver is cycling through and detoxing all of the toxins from the day, whether it was food, whether you breathed it in, touched it in, whatever it is at that time of day that your liver is functioning the most. So you don't want to eat at that time of day, if at all possible, because you have to remember the opposite organ at that time is your small intestine, and your small intestine is basically in shutdown mode. I won't say shutdown mode because your body doesn't completely shut down, but it's in regenerating mode, so it's not going to be working as well with the food. So you're going to be eating, but it's not going to be able to be digested, and it's going to sit on your stomach, and then you're going to cause other problems. So, take care of that. I know some people, like I said, lifestyle and work schedule, they're not able to eat when they need to, and so they eat when they can. But you want to be mindful, again, of what it is that you're eating. You want to eat something light at that time of day. So now the last time frame is 3 to 5 a.m. And that's when your lungs and your sinuses are cycling through. Lots of time people wake up in the morning with a lot of mucus, either in their throats or in their nose. That's the mucus that your lungs has been able to loosen. It's filled with toxins. please do not cough and swallow. Please do not snort back your sinus mucus back into your body. It's filled with toxins. Your body is trying to expel it. Do it the favor by getting up, cough, and expel the toxins. Know that your body was hard at work. Now, depending on how much mucus you have in the morning, you may want to check your diet for mucus causing foods, so that you can, like I said, help your body along. But again, we'll be going through each organ later on in the series, so that you'll have these tips and know what it is that you need to be eating and what you need to be doing to help facilitate your body organs. So that's basically it for today. If you've liked my video, please like it. And if you're excited about this new series the way that I am, please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, so that when these new videos come out, you can get them hot off the press. Again, body rhythms is just so that we can explore our bodies. I want you to be in love with your bodies the way that I am in love with my body and myself. So again, thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe. Blessings.